Most beginner traders blow their accounts not because of bad strategies, but because they trade too much. So today I'll be showing you how I avoid overtrading and only take setups that actually make me money. Welcome back to the channel. It's Emmanuelpius here, and today I'll be showing you how to filter out bad trades. So what is overtrading? Overtrading is simply being erratic or impatient and not waiting for particular stuff, just random trading. You see a setup you feel like it's going to buy without logic, it's fully discretionary. There's no mechanical approach. You just feel like, okay, this is going to buy or this is going to sell, and you just hop on. Or maybe you studied say chart pattern before, or candlestick patterns or some indicators, then you just hop on the chart and you just see a setup forming like something like this here. Let's say you study W pattern, you see W pattern forming double bottom, just see it and you take a trade, boom, price goes against you. And this is because you are not with technical aspects of the market. This is the technical aspect of our trading. This aspect is with strategy. So here you don't pay attention to what the market is telling you. You pay attention to what you expect the market to do, and it leads to losses. If you're just looking at in one day, let's say for instance you felt that it's the paper that you studied this before and you expect it to go in your direction, so you took this trade here, the double bottom, the break here, you took your buy, price went up like you were in profit, and all of a sudden boom, you're down back, losses. Same thing here, the same day. And with overtrading, like, you don't just, it mainly happens with beginners. You don't pay attention to session, you don't pay attention to trend, you don't pay attention to a lot of things. You just see what you want to do and then you go on. Why the second part of it is the emotional aspect of it. This side of it happens to developing and sometimes professional traders. Yes, because most of them, they have the strategy, they have everything, but sometimes emotion just plays in. Say maybe you lost on this one and you're angry, you say you want to get it back, and even if you're with the trend, you just happen to overtrade. Say maybe, and what this one also leads to most of the time is not losses from wrong direction. It comes from losses from over leveraging, losses from poor trade management. That's where the emotional aspect comes in, because emotional aspect happens not also to beginner traders mostly, but also to developing and professional traders. Greed causes it, boredom causes it, impatience, anger. You don't want to wait for the market, so you just hop on what you feel like is going to happen. It's wrong. Most times it doesn't work out. So how I combat overtrading is simply this. I have a mechanical approach that I use to get into the market. Like, say for instance, now I'm on GBSD and I want to trade currently. I won't just come out and say, oh, GBSD is doing this or that, and just come on and hop on in and start trading. No, I'll go to my 4 hours first of all and mark my trend line. So the trend line, I mark it with market structure, and I want to mark the most recent break on the 4 hours. That is where I want the trend line to be. This trend line will also be refined, so I just come here. This is a 2 candle pullback, so I can mark a this high as a previous high. This is a 2 candle pullback, so I replicate it here, do the same thing up here, and the same thing here. So now what I'm trying to do is trying to build narrative, trying to build logic. So I'm not just entering random moves, but entering moves that, based on backtest and journal trades, I believe and I have evidence that it works. It's not just trying to say, oh, I feel like this will work. No, it's me trying to actually put on trades that I've tested and have evidence that they do work. So the first step here is to identify the trend. And currently, from what I'm seeing here, we're in an uptrend in GBSD for 4 hours. This doesn't mean that I will buy GBSD. So you just sit with me and let me explain it to you. Currently, GBSD has been taking out previous highs, previous highs, previous highs, previous highs, previous highs. If this means what GBSD is an uptrend for me, is how I trade. The next step is to wait for price to hit my support and resistance level, or my supply and demand level. So currently, before this happened here on GBSD, if you watch here, there's a supply and demand level here. This is also how I also mark out my supply and demand levels. This is supply and demand level here on GBSD. which I'll be expecting price to do was to get back to. So this is it here. This is the current one, the most recent one. So from here now, and I drop down to 1 hour because I only mark my main trend or my major trend, as most people call it, and my supply and demand levels or zones and higher time frame support and resistance, like the major ones for 4 hours. Then I drop down to 1 hour to also replicate the same process, but not supply and demand levels, because supply and demand levels on 1 hour, they do work, but most times 1 hour is filled with noise. And when you come, you mark the wrong ones, which eventually leads to losses. So this is how I also do it. So currently on 4 hours, while waiting for this guy here, we also have our previous support level here. So price coming out of this support level, and here we're waiting for price to get support level and take our buy. This was the reason why I didn't trade this week. I've been waiting for price to get to my source, but price didn't come back. Since on Monday here, price didn't come back. This one tested, happened outside Q zone. I don't work with the outside Q zone. I have to wait for Q zone. When it came to Q zone, that's already ran away. Like, it was far away, and the RR here was too small, so I couldn't take it. So this one also here didn't come back to my previous support level, which I want to trade. So this one here now is the support level from 4 hours, and these are the support levels. These are a resistance level and a support level. Also, this is also a resistance. This is a resistance from 1 hour. Potentially would have turned into support if price has closed its full body above this high here. Above this high. If this kind of close its full body here, we're running over buying. When I saw this news yesterday around 7 p.m., this was FOMC. Around 7 p.m. When I saw this week, I was like, I think GPS is going to turn. So this year that I didn't respect my level doesn't mean that price hasn't corrected. Price has corrected here, but it didn't touch my zone. It happens. So price going back up here and failing to break above this high. I call this a fail swing. So price coming back here and failing to break above this high with this long wish is indicating something to me that price is actually going to drop and fail. So price came back now. This was the previous low. Why I said that this is a correction is that it's more like a trend. It's not just one candle that came back. It's a series of bearish candles that can mean that was a trend here. So price did this fail swing here and drop below this one here. So what I'm currently looking for now is waiting for price to touch in our levels or zones, waiting for particular precise trades that we back tested and know that yes, it actually works. So price is coming back to this zone here and tested this one. This is also outside Q zone. So happened here, and I didn't even know that price would go there. I was using to break out of here, so I couldn't take this trade here. So price came here, broke below this low, full body candle here. So what I want for now is a retest, and price also did it. It's a retest here, but these are triple candles. I won't really mark this. So price for me, this is also one leg of move. And now price tested this and back into this demand zone, forward demand zone. So for me, I want to go to my 15 minutes chart, but there's a catch here. This was the previous low, and price has broken below it. So this trade here, you won't like give it much risk or expect to take a wide area from, like, you won't expect to actually break above this high from this trade. Why? Reason being, price has broken below this low. This break below this low is indicating something that the sellers here are already more than the buyers. Don't take out this low, because normally in an uptrend, you don't want to see price break below previous low. What you want to see is price take out previous high. So in that trend, I look for break of previous lows. So for price to break below this low here means something. For price to break below this low here means that something has happened, and the sellers here are more than the buyers. So when I'm going to scout, or when I'm going to wait for my confirmation on this buy here, I won't look to take much IR off this trade. What I just look to do is simply take, even if it's 1:2, but it also should be tight, and anything I'm doing should be within this range, here, just within this range, or at least slightly into it, just a little bit into it. It shouldn't. I won't target to take out this high. So dropping down to 15 minutes here. I'll first of all pull up my trend line 2 and mark my counter trend line, which is this. I want to mark the previous high that took out this low, but it didn't align properly. It happens. This market, you can't force it to be perfect. You have to wait for. What you also have to do is make sure that it's in line with trend. It's not always perfect. So now price has tested here, and we'll be waiting for a breakout above here. So because of this breakout is too close to my zone that I'm targeting for TP, I won't be taking this trade. Because RR here, from what I know, is small. So what I'll do is I'll wait and see if price holds above this high. If price holds inside this previous resistance, I want to sell because this is already impulse, correct impulse. So what I'm waiting for is price. So I'm waiting for price to retest back here. This is basically what I'm talking about. This is what I want to see before I take any trade. It's like this Dow theory. So yeah, Dow theory. Just 3 moves. I want to see from the third one here. If you have a trend line, you want to short from the third bounce, but most times that third bounce never comes because price never touches it perfectly like you expect, like what we are taught. So this is it. So what I'm expecting for price to come out to this resistance here, and I'll take my shot. So that's basically what I'm waiting for here. So because of the fact that this wait, let me remove this, excuse me please. So because I know that from my experience that price will not give me much IR from this trade, I'd rather fit this buy and wait for this sell here. That's what I'm talking about when I say how to be patient and wait for your hyperbolic setups. I know that this one here is a trade, it's my setup, but I know that it won't give me much RR. There's something to force this one in. And okay, look now, if I actually want to take this trade here, this buy here, I want to enter from here and look at the stop loss. We just look at the stop loss. I'm having 43 pips stop loss. I want to use around 86 pips. So around here, price never came there, and that would be a loss on my side. So I would have waited for that trade to pass and actually take this long. So remove this counter trend line here, take this one off, and put up this one here. This is the last move that broke out of this place. And let me see if can have a tighter stop loss here. No, can have a tighter stop loss there. So basically the entry will be from here to take what 1:2. So this is it. I would have waited for this move to happen. Price, impulse, correct impulse, ICI and retest. ICI and retest. So from here now, what I would have waiting for is price to simply do this. I will come here, and from here I want to short. Once price breaks below here, it's going to go below it. My stop loss round figure 40 pips, and my TP 80 pips. And you see that my 1:2 was clean here, like really clean. 1:2 was clean here. You see. So basically, this is what you need to do. This is basically what you need to do. So this is my confirmation. If I don't see this, even if price comes back and tests my previous zone, tests whatever, I don't take a trade. I fade it. I just wait and I'll just be patient. And like every human being, I'm still improving on this. I'm not yet really good at it. I'm still working on it. So there are days where I have wins and days where I have losses. Like now on my Telegram, where I journal most of my trades, I take screenshots here most times on my Telegram. There were days when this turned out to be wins, and there were days like last week I had losses because of I was trading what I was expecting the market to do and not what I was supposed to do. I missed this move on September 9th on USD card. So you see, it's mainly most of losses because I'm still improving, I'm still developing. You see it here, see where it played out. Previous resistance, price comes here, and this normal session Friday here, counter trend line, and market structure broke at 8:05 p.m. entry at 8:13, sorry. And this is it, impulse, correct impulse. This move here, equal here, and here we have the entry from here. Boom, price is dropping. So basically, this is what you need to do. You need to learn how to first of all, you need to be journaling and backtesting and review your journals. Those trades that you know that don't give you high RR, you fade them and wait for only your setups that give you your high RR. This is only how to stay profitable. This is the only way to do it. So let's go back to the chart, and basically this is it. So this right here is the day where overtraded due to, and this was the other part I called about it. Now I explained overtrading for beginners, where they just trade random trades entries because they don't have knowledge of, say, a strategy or a particular type of trading system. But now this is what a developing trader who has strategy and a system that has been backtested, and he has confidence in it. But then, because of impatience or anger, because I've waited for this since this week. I haven't taken any trade since this week. Even this one, I missed this one. I didn't take this one because I wasn't on the chat when this one happened. You see, so because of anger, you could have been like, I didn't say stuff, and this is stuff that I'm saying here. Now you know fully well that this price won't go that far, and you see the way the move will happen somewhere around here, and you know that the RR is low, and then you force a trade and you have a loss. So this is what happens to most traders, and over time it starts accumulating. Losses compound too. It's not just wins, losses also compound. So you have to be careful and watch out for the ones that you compound the most. If you compound your wins, making losses always small. So this trade, no Jordan, it just came out and started dropping. And if you watch, this trade happened when 11:45, okay, so just 12 p.m. here, 12 p.m. almost into New York session. These are the kind of trades that you should be looking to take. And this is a very high RR setup on my end. Like for my trades, this is a very high RR setup that I take. So if you've ever taken, say, 5 trades in a day and regretted it, drop a comment saying no more overtrading. I want to see who's committed to trading smarter from now on. After this video, let this video be like your motivation to say no, I won't overtrade no more. Look to learn a system that you'll be trading, that you will learn well, backtest, understand, and be trading it the right way. So say write in the comments down below, say no more overtrading. I want to see those of us here that are committed to trading smarter. So by the way, if you like this self content, if this content that you like and enjoy, and you would love to see more of it, please like, share, and subscribe, and hit the bell icon to notify you when I drop new videos.